This portfolio is now generating $70 a month in cash flow using borrowed money. But I'm not just pocketing it, I'm rolling it back in to accelerate long-term growth. This is week 2 of my real-time strategy using margin on M1 Finance. I'm documenting every move, every week. What I buy, how much I borrow, and exactly how I'm building a compounding loop using leverage. Let's start with what changed this week. On Monday, I deployed a $500 margin I borrowed the week before. Then on Friday, I took out another $100 margin loan and deployed that as well. So the total borrow now stands at $7,100. Meanwhile, I also added fresh capital to the main portfolio. I deployed $1,050 in total this week. That includes my usual $150 DCA, plus an extra $900 to accelerate the collateral base. That new capital builds the foundation, and that's what gives me more borrowing power going forward. This week was choppy. The S&P 500 ended flat. The Nasdaq slipped just 0.2%. Monday opened strong with the Nasdaq jumping 2%. Driven by optimism around a potential government shutdown deal. But by Thursday, the market reversed hard, dropping 2% as tech fears, China risk, and rate cut uncertainty came back into focus. My main portfolio ended the week down 0.3%. Income portfolio was basically flat, up just 0.08%. I keep a close eye on 2 metrics, loan to value and margin health. With the $7,100 loan, my LTV is sitting at about 32%, well below my 40% cap. That gives me breathing room for volatility. Margin health measures how far my portfolio could drop before a margin call. Last I checked, it was around 60%. That means the value of my main portfolio would have to fall 60% before I get forced out. Thursday's fear spike pushed the VIX back up to 20. That's my threshold for deploying more margin. When fear rises, prices usually drop. That's when I want to buy, but only when I can do it safely. So when the VIX crossed 20 again and my LTV was still under control, I pulled the trigger on that extra $100 margin buy. If you're wondering how this actually builds income while controlling risk, this next part explains the loop. Right now, the system is generating about $70 per month in income. The borrow cost is around $25, leaving me with $45 net cash flow. I reinvest that cash flow into the main portfolio. That improves my margin position, increases LTV cushion, and unlocks more borrowable capital. It's a controlled flywheel. Margin fuels income, income fuels the base grows, and the loop repeats. Next week, I'm deploying $1,150 into the main portfolio. $150 from my regular weekly DCA, plus $1,000 from the ramp-up plan. No new margin unless the VIX spikes again or LTV drops below 30%. Dividends from SPYI and QQQI should start landing soon. That's when the real income loop kicks in, and I'll show you exactly how I redeploy those payouts. That's it for week 2. If you want to follow the compounding process in real time, subscribe and check back each week. No hype, no fluff, just a real strategy, tracked weekly. And please remember, this content is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making investment decisions.